Oh no!
Steamed clam. Well, steamed clam. It's steamed ham. Like your beverages. Steamed clam. Soup and salt. Steamed ham. Prepared for steamed ham. God. Steamed clam. Steamed ham. Steamed clam. I was just trending like I'm open good song. I smell like great exercise. You're the coming. Why is this coming out of your ovens anymore? It's steam from the steam clam. Steam clam. Steam clam. Steam clam. Steamed clams. It's a steamed clam. Let's put your steamed clams. It's a bring-your-own I'll take you. Really? Well, I'm from Utica, and I've never heard anyone say steamed clams. Utica. It's nobody. Well, these hamburgers are quite similar to the ones they have in Krusty Burger. Family recipe. Oh, no. Oh, steamed ham. Steamed ham. Yes, we call them steamed hams. Despite the fact, they are often real to grill. You know, one thing I say, having steamed ham. At the Skinner Burger. Oh, no. What it's called? Steamed ham. Steamed ham, yes, I agree. Steamed clam. This happened. Steamed
Right, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the stream. My name is Cat Monarch and once more, Duel Masochist. That looks goofy. It's kinda neat, but it looks goofy. Yeah, at the end of the last stream, we did pull some interesting things, so much so that, as you possibly may have seen, we built a ritual slop deck, and it's not the worst thing. Counterpoint, you need a much higher percentage of Drytrons in the deck, for the simple reason that if I summon a Drytron monster, I cannot... Yeah, so I can still normal summon, but these 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 monsters cannot be special summoned during the same turn I summon a Drytron. These, likewise, also cannot. Okay, that is a lot of counter synergy. There is more counter synergy in this than I thought possible. It's got some neat things to it, but it feels like there just isn't quite enough for one reason or another. Like, some of these hands feel like they are just other hands but worse. Reveal a ritual spell, special summon this, and an imp cant from deck except that. So that would get us Talos Mantra, which would fetch us White Relic, which can then dump Hermos. Or, actually we can also just summon this. But yeah, we can get 2 rituals out, we have then 0 discard fodder, as far as I'm aware. Hand or face up field. Equal or exceed. So yeah, like this hand gets us to 2 ritual monsters. But I'm just not sure how good that is when you don't have any cards in hand, and I just don't know. Like, we could have a 3450 White Relic. We could also have a, you know, extra deck rip and start foolishing our own extra deck in the process, but it just... Like, what do I do after that? I don't know. I want this to be viable. It'd be nice to be able to play something that I feel like is going to be a different deck that will do well. I mean, this is a different deck, and maybe it does well. We'll give it a couple of duels. We'll just, you know, run into the problems as we do. I expect we will run into problems, but for the moment, it is a deck. We will simply, you know, we will just quite simply win. We will just simply draw the best cards we can. Like in this instance, we will draw Dark Ruler no more, and the rest of the hand will be combo. And that is not quite what happened. What has happened is a brick of bricks. We can add a ritual monster, and we can special summon a Drytron from the deck. We are going against Resonators, and we have all of nothing. I'm not sticking around for this. Hello, Sophia Carter. Welcome to the stream, welcome to the channel. I am doing okay. We have literally kind of like just started, and we are trialing out a particularly janky kind of deck. Why do I have a feeling of deja vu? Yeah, everything's been fine. Okay, we do actually load into the game. And they are on main deck 45. And it's called Danny. This needs to reveal a ritual spell, right? Yep. Okay, so the play here is that we just... regular things, you know? Yeah. Right. Powerful, powerful turn. I could special summon a Droidtron from my deck, but it doesn't actually do anything, is the problem. And likewise, this doesn't do anything unless I can get to a ritual spell card. I have the ritual monster, and you see, this is just going to be the theme. Maybe a glitch from Twitch that you aren't able to follow? Who knows? Time tearing. I have a feeling... Oh, Time Maiden. Is that a special summon? That is a special summon. What do I do against Time Lords? You're not gonna do anything with that one? If only your opponent, neither player takes battle damage. So okay, that inflicts 2,000 burden to me. They seem to be playing like actual Time Lords, but they haven't got the traps, I guess. What can I do here? Genuinely not a lot. No. Master Duel is not my favourite game. But it is one of the more interesting challenges I thought I saw going around. And so I thought I'd play this kind of like neat little challenge for the ladder. Which, I don't know whether it is going to help, like whether it is going to be interesting. But we're trying our best. Right, you probably run one infinite light. So let's banish the infinite light. But yeah, the long story short, I don't know if... Are you familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh! Generally? Ah, they get another one. That is most of my life points. Non-target shuffle? Non-target shuffle. Okay. I take 2/8 and I take another 5. Nah, fair enough. I guessed as much from some of the other messages, but... Can't blame you. Ah, you see, you resolved them in the wrong order. Idiot. Oh wait, that's a Droidtron. Then you can add a ritual spell. Right, it's all coming together. Is it? Who knows? Right, Droidtron. What are we summoning? So I need a ritual spell. This will get me a ritual spell. So I guess we get this. And then we do this. We tribute this. Which then gets me a ritual spell. Which means I can get Meteorist Droidtron, or I can get the Incantation. Or I can get Dogmatic Calamity, but that doesn't do what I need it to. So I guess we're doing this one. And I could, like, Anima steal a Time Lord. I don't think I'm running Borrowload. Actually, my sister playing this game, so I was watching her game and she recommended it. Huh. You're thinking of getting into Yu-Gi-Oh? If you're thinking of playing Master Duel, there are some very specific tips. Wait, what's the graveyard effect? Oh, right, I contribute a ritual from hand. I think I'll just leave that there. for Master Duel, actually starting up is relatively easy as long as you know what you're doing in terms of like getting a deck you like and want to play. But that's the issue. If you're very new to the game, you're probably not going to know. Okay. So, Master Duel is free to play. Like, that is an accurate way to describe it. But I'm just trying to think of how to phrase it. Oh, I also don't have the ritual spell I need right now. This is awkward. What do I do here? Meteornius needs to tribute something with machine monsters whose attack equals or exceeds. I guess I can do this now. That'll do it. How do you describe getting into Master Duel? I don't think that needs to happen. I can go whole battle phase and attack the set monster, but I don't think that's going to do anything. It's Ash Blossom. You're running Ash Blossom in this deck. How do you get into Master Duel? You're not familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh at all. I mean, getting into Master Duel is easy. Like, you know, you get it on Steam or PlayStation or Xbox, what have you. And you start out with like 1,000 gems, I think, right at the start. And that's your kind of like fresh account login. Now, getting more gems as free to play is actually pretty easy right at the start. Getting more gems is pretty easy right at the start. They're very very rewarding, with you just kind of casually being there, and then I'm probably just going to lose this to burn damage completely, honestly. Is there a way I win this? Probably not. I can tribute a ritual monster to add a ritual spell. This skips a main phase. So they just go to battle phase. I don't know whether this is winnable or not, but if you want to actually get into the game, let me show you let me kind of walk through it visually as well as mentally. Right. So yeah, at the moment, like, this is your currency. This little bit up here. You can buy this currency, but you get gifted like 1,000 of this to start with. And the main way you're going to like get new cards is just from this place, from the shop, in one way or shape or form. You've got normally a selection of packs that are on offer, and they show you like the most up-to-date things. Or you have like this master pack, which has like 90% of the cards in the game. It has all the cards pretty much. But as a fresh account, what you want to do is there are these things, structure decks. Now, these are all different. They all cost 500 gems. And this means that on a fresh account, you can get 2 copies of any structure deck. And I think the ninja one's decent. Let's just start with this. If you look at it. Yes, please. If you take a look at this, you can see that you've got like 1 copy of every card. I don't think there are any duplicates in this one. That's not the same case for all the structure decks. But the way structure decks in Yu-Gi-Oh work is that you're supposed to be able to buy either 1 or 3 of them, really. And then you have a ready-to-play deck. And I can't really go into it more than that because, like, it depends on what you think you like as a playstyle. I think good decks to start with from the structure deck. I think Ninja is fine because it's like, it's decently strong, but it's also like not ridiculously complex. There's intricacies to every playstyle, but these all have a different kind of power level, if you want to say that. They all do different things. Something like Raid Raptors, this structure deck, this is kind of just playable off the bat. You only need to buy 1. On the other hand, this is really complex. Raid Raptor is not a simple to play archetype. So, like, some of them are very new player friendly, some of them are not so much. The Blue Eyes Max list, this is an old Blue Eyes list. It is completely, like, playable. Excuse me. But it's not particularly strong. You buy 1 of it, you can possibly win some duels. You buy, like, Blue Eyes deck is quite expensive. Like, because this doesn't contain the recent support, this isn't particularly ready to play as much as some of the other ones are. Like, I believe this one is also one that is just ready to play. Yeah, like, Crimson Power Force. This is a ready-to-play Red Dragon Archfiend deck, which is very, like, it's a bit of a combo deck. It's not the most complex. So, like, this is another, like, I say it's another new player option. I don't know the new player experience. I was a new player, 8 years ago? It is some time. What is... But yeah, they're all, just long story short, they're all different. You're going to have to kind of just, like, pick one and decide that I want to learn this. And then, once you buy yourself a structure, or 2, depending on what you're feeling like with your gems, a useful way to get to grips with the game is there's this little button over here, Solo. And this takes you to a whole load of different options. If you go to this one, as a new player, I believe this shouldn't... Yeah, okay, so tutorial. These are like basic little bits to do with the game. These are very basic bits, like how you interact with it, how you use various card types, and you basically get to do practice duels. They give you a practice deck that you get to use. So as a new player, you want to go through like these various training gates. Huh. I forgot they did these. If I remember, I don't remember if these guys give you rewards or anything. I don't think they do. No, it just gives you an icon. Right. But yeah, as a new player, you'd want to go into this section, training and challenges. And yeah, basically they tell you about various different things, all of these little challenges. This one... So this one's about summoning. This one's about spell and trap cards. Again, spell and trap cards. Different spell and trap cards, the individual phases. This is a... Yeah, this is just a regular duel. This is something that, you know, you just duel and it's not holding your hand. Most of these practice modes, they'll give you instructions as you go through it. They'll tell you, like, oh, this does this. You can play this at this time, and, you know, this is how you use it. And they'll try and give you, like, optimal ways to do it. Okay, and then the duel strategy, that tells you about different things. Like, one of these is about alternate win conditions. I remember. I don't know where it is. Nope, not that one. One of these ones? Oh, these are the various extra deck types as well. Because another thing that's daunting about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the whole fact that you've got so many different coloured cards. These four up here basically teach you about the extra deck, if you haven't already learnt it. And then I guess it must be in Duel Strategy too, but they also teach you about alternate win conditions. Like, you can win in Yu-Gi-Oh! By one main condition, really. The most common one is reduce your opponent's life points to 0. But there are special cards that are printed in this game that have effects that say, if you do such and such, you win the duel. And, you know, there are a lot of, like, I love the game, but it's very complex. It's a bit daunting for a new player to get into. So, my long, rambling, unformed, unscripted thing is, new player, go to this place, go to this tab, decide that you like the look of something in this tab, buy said thing, go to this tab, go to this tab, play through all of this, if you can, using the deck you've just got. If you can't play through it with your deck, then play through the actual stories, this tab, because this lets you play with a whole variety of decks, and then also lets you learn about different game mechanics as you're going through it. And I think after that, you'll be a lot more familiar with the game. You'll be ready for it? No. But you'll have a good basic understanding. And then after all of that, I think you'd go into Duel. If you've got a friend to duel against, if this is like, you know, you're trying to learn this to play with someone else, or, you know, to surprise them that, like, hey, I'm getting into this thing you like, do you mind helping me? One of the things you can do is there's this feature here, Duel Room, which will basically let you, if you click on the creator room bit, you basically get to create your own private lobby on this game, where you can, if I just create a room now, and then you go to the room details, there's this room ID, and only people with this room ID can join in this room, so you and your friend can actually, you know, do 1v1s, you can face each other, and you can show them what you've learned. I should disband this, because I'm not actually using it. But yeah, long rambly thing. I hope that tells you something. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. This is not a question I was mentally prepared for. I know that sounds weird, but like the best way to get into Yu-Gi-Oh! Is such a weird topic. And the thing is, the best way to get into Master Duel is such a different topic as well. Because it's a virtual currency, which is still currency, you've got to try and recommend something that is a decent use. Which is sometimes easier said than done. In Master Duel, it can, on occasion, I think, feel like if you dedicate yourself to one of those packs, one of those structure decks, and then you feel that, like, you've gone the wrong way, you feel like, actually, this isn't good at all, I really don't like this, you can kind of feel that, like, but I've sunk so many gems into it, I've got to play it. And, like, it's not true. You can just switch to a different thing. But also, you get gem rewards from just playing daily. Kaiju. I guess I should have expected that, but oh well. You get gem rewards from just kind of playing the game day in and day out. And that means that, even if you've got something that you consider is a possible bad deck, then sometimes just sticking with it a little while will be what it takes. Okay, so what if we do this? Banish this. Okay, we like those. For sure, if you've got a friend who's playing the game anyway, though, I can attack with this card. I think that's just the game, right? They do have an Ash Blossom. But yeah, if you've got a friend who is playing the game anyway, they will probably be all too happy to try and help you get into it. Completely honestly. It's just sometimes a little daunting. What can I summon? We leave it. Either they out it or they don't. Not a problem. I hope the rambling was useful. And thanks for popping in. And thanks for, you know, just having a chat. Our opponent might not have another play. They may have used all their starters on bringing out one Blue Eyes. They did not use all their starters on bringing out one Blue Eyes. I mean, should I have made... Oh. I mean, yeah, sure, you can do that. It's not going to do much for you. Best of luck to you on the journey. Oh, is that genuinely all you have? You have a face down, that could be something. I have lethal, but it does depend on if the face down is anything. And I guess... But I can't attack with that anyway. Gameciel first. And then... game? Yeah, I've watched the anime. It's negated for a turn, so you do get it back, and then it reapplies. No. End. Give me it back. Yeah, I've watched the Duel Monsters, I've watched GX, 5Ds, Zexal all the way through. I think, yeah, I watched Arc V all the way through. I have not finished Vrains, the most recent one. You have 100 life points there, buddy. On the other hand, my deck is awful. You have to attack the Gameciel. You fool! Not sure I need to do that, honestly, but I can just stick this in defense and they can't out it. My favorite anime is probably 5Ds. 5Ds was amazing. The anime is fine to watch. Like, it can give you an understanding of it. I'm not gonna say it can't, but the thing is, like, there are some early points in the anime when they do disregard the rules. Like, something they do in the anime a lot is they'll summon monsters in face-up defense position, which is not actually a legal play. Like, you can't normal summon a monster in face-up defense position. So, like, there are some small bits like that which just, you know, happen. But, it's overall, like, if you enjoy it, Like, if you watch an episode or two and you find out, actually, I kind of like this, then yeah, sure, go ahead. Do you need to watch the anime to play the game? Not really. And if you're trying to watch the anime to play, I think the best one is probably... I'm trying to think if it's like Duel Monsters or GX. That's our third copy of this, which is nice. And that's not particularly great, none of the rest of this is. I think GX is probably the better one to start with, because it gives you a slightly broader focus. Duel Monsters, for the longest time, is just main deck effect monsters. I just like to watch it, that's it. Like, it's fine, but like, if you're trying to learn the game, it's not like a mandatory watch or anything. You will be probably as good a player with or without watching it. Wait, that's... No, oh, that's sprite support. We don't really have anything like that. Okay. Well, 1 win, 2 packs. On to the next one. The ritual deck has got a whole win. What sort of stuff do you like to watch out of curiosity? What's something you've watched recently that you really enjoy? Man, this hand is actually playable. Yeah, it is actually playable. What am I discarding? Itself? Yeah. If this card is special from the deck, you can add a ritual spell. Oh wait. What ritual spells do I have? No, I can do that. Oh, it's specifically incantations. And that's machine monsters. I guess we're taking this. That's a bit of a whoopsie. Uh, 2,500. You know, I think the ritual deck isn't it. You're very welcome. Ah. The name is accurate. It's Bones. I can do this? I think I can do this. I've got Dogmatica Punishment. That will... destroy one and negate another. White Lord. You can send this from your hand to the graveyard up to the number of salt... yeah, okay, but they won't use that yet. There's the White Prince... Oh, wait. If sent. How long have I been streaming? Good question. You know what? While they're doing things, let me open up YouTube. I want to mute it just real quick. And then let me go to my own channel. I don't know what time specifically. So, content. And if I jump right to the... okay, last page. So, I've probably been streaming on Twitch since around about... Yeah, they won't be that far in. Okay, those are routine play sessions, actually. Since about August last year. Yeah, I think we do this. But yeah, since about August last year, Monday, Thursday, where possible, 7 PM British. That's the kind of routine I've tried to keep to, and it has pretty much just been Master Duel for the whole time. There's been the odd stream here or there, which was Elden Ring or Night Rain, but it's few and far between. It's pretty much Master Duel. Mud Dragon. Yeah, go for it. Right, let's close that. Unmute. Well, actually mute. If I do have to take a break at any point, I don't want that on play. They're still going. They're gonna summon... Oh, they're gonna just summon him out again. Yeah, that is well over lethal. They got this. Well, okay, let's actually play something that normally does something. I was hoping that rituals would do something. We're trying to play something that we're not just going to default to. Best deck we currently own is this one. But at the same time, I just need wins. Wins equals packs. I have an extra Bestial, actually, that can go in. And packs equals cards. New cards, new things. And yeah, I think I do need to be playing Dark Ruler at least, and possibly Alpha. Maybe Void? Well, thanks for the compliment. It's nice to, you know, have someone think that I'm really good at it. We take compliments where we get them. Are there any cards in deck that would be better reduced? The closer I can get to 40, the better, but I don't actually see much that I want to cut. We'll just run it. We'll just say that that is the list. Besides, the side mission that we've got going on is summon tokens, and this deck summons tokens. Saiyan. I get that reference. Although, how can you exist on the internet and not get that reference at this point? I say exist on the internet. You need to be, like, online a decent bit, and in certain spheres, I guess, of content creation or what have you. Right. Powerful. We search for a card. Oh, they let it go through. Okay. Then we set 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait, we have Metaverse? Okay. Okay, before it gets to the main phase then. See if we can do this. That goes through. Let's go. This is actually looking like a decent hand. Correct me if I'm wrong. On a good stream to watch? I don't know. You tell me. Okay, they're going to place that in the pendulum zone, so they could be about to burn for 2k. Let's see you pay the cost first, because that is a one-off. They thinking. I'll choose not to correct you. I like having company. Right, let's get a little boyo from deck. What do you get? You get a Millennium Monster. Oh, and I special summon a generator token. We do that now. So we summon these tokens, and then before they get a chance to do anything, we do this, and we pop ourselves out a big boyo. We wait for them to pay a cost, and we find out exactly what cost it be. This one adds a Millennium, this one adds Yugioh, Shield adds Unk. Unk makes the fusion. We don't want that. Okay, they're paying the cost. I think I negate this one with her. Negate destroy, they've paid 2k, which means if they do get to the big fusion, he's on lower attack anyway. And then... well, actually, yeah, why don't we just do this? You make me very happy. What a nice person to have in Twitch chat. Do you have other starters? Well, you have a way to get another monster on the field, but that doesn't actually fix the issue for you. The monster being on the field still doesn't mean you get a search or anything, you just get a beat stick. And it being special summoned means I can turn it from being a beat stick into a destroyed by battle. That is just what you have. Are you attacking the token? I mean, if I do this, do you just quit? Yeah. Okay. Now you see, this is the kind of deck we're used to playing. This deck wins games every now and then. I expect that was probably just a standard Millennium deck. Ooh, we get 5 legacy tickets. I guess, actually, yeah, you're here anyway, and you're not familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh!, which means you're not familiar with the Masochist challenge. The way this challenge works is that instead of doing the new account thing that I told you about earlier, the smart way to play a new account, you instead just open 10 master packs. Or, well, 6 to 10 master packs. And that is your deck. Every win, you get 1. You also get whatever legacy tickets you open along the way. That's fine, but it's not great. And yeah, for every win, you get 1 extra master pack. We're in Platinum, and Platinum bonus is that we get 2 wins. 2 wins, 2 packs even. Very wholesome. this is going to be good for the plant insect pile that we don't have, but we could make. And actually, Clive's End, we have towers. It's not like Clee is good by any measure of a standard, but we have towers. Towers is an Earth Machine. It is searchable by Clockwork Knight, which we have 2 of. Do have to put Clockwork Knight in the grave, which is not a place we want to have it. What's your idea of a good thing to watch, by the way? What are some things you do for fun? Now, I don't think any of that changes things, but what do we actually have in Clee? We have 1 search, we have 1 towers, and we have 1 end. You get to add a card, which means over the course of 2 turns we can tribute summon towers. But it requires this, and... oh wait, do we have Summoner's Art? If I can spell it right. We do, we have 3. I could do a Towers engine, in quotes. You give me 2 turns and I'll summon a monster that is outed by a Link monster. Mostly I get busy with stuff, but when I get the time, I spend time with family. Yeah, family time's good. Like at the moment, it's, I say at the moment, our family likes to watch films together. Films are a good pastime that we all enjoy. Well, unless they have an out, they're about to experience some very fun Yu-Gi-Oh! Normal Sim and Pass. We enjoy films together. We do like days out and stuff, but it's just not as frequent. Dad's a very sleepy person. I have to work, and therefore don't have as much free time as I used to. They can just special summon those without using an effect. I am about to play some very fun Yu-Gi-Oh! Apparently. They have the out. Although I can alpha. I can just summon this next turn. And then that bounces Fenrir. Yeah, you can do such. And there's Birth, which means you can normal summon 7s. You just added 1. Okay, so it is kind of Visas Law adjacent. Or just Visas Law. That was a mill. I think I'm going to face some problems with this deck. What can I do? Time Lord is no longer present. Time Lord is no longer present. So it's pretty much just Ruddy Rose in hand at the moment. I can bounce 1 monster. Let's see. This one is not an activated effect. This is just a summoning condition. This one is an activated effect. So they could banish Assault Synchron. They can't kill me. They've used their battle phase to out the effect negate. But they might be able to put up so many negates I can't do anything. You never know until you try. Until you sit through the combo and find out they did in fact just have everything. There was a chance that just Tear Cash was everything if you get enough lucky mills. How many does it do? It only does like 2. 3. missed it, yeah, sure, go ahead and introduce yourself. 'Tis fine. And what are we looking at? They just milled a couple of hand traps and some substitute fusion material, and Fiendsmith. And Destrudo. And Snow. Oh dear. I kind of want to sit through this, because in theory they're just gonna combo and there's a chance that they lose to the timeout. But what are you? Are you a summon negate? Not 100% accurate. And yeah, there's the Fiendsmith start. You've got Snow. You've got Destrudo. That's your start for Fiendsmith. You have not even begun. That's pretty cool. Nice having a talk with you as well. How far are they going into the combo? There's Lacrima, which is just at free 1200 burn. Ah, no, it's if sent to the graveyard, that's the free 1200 burn. Hello, Gaming Addict. Welcome back. You alright? Sure, why not? If you so wish, go ahead. They have just summoned a Towers. Can I actually out that? It has an effect negate. Rocket monster in your graveyard negate, and if you do special. Do you have a rocket engrave? Or is he just there as big towers? He might be there as just big towers. I have a Discord, same as the channel name. You are just unaffected, right? No, it's not unaffected. But it cannot be targeted or destroyed. No, it cannot be targeted with monster effects. This doesn't target. Well, there's C, that's fine. Yeah, we're back on the generator deck, and unfortunately no kaijus, but this is just affected, so bye? Damn, my extra deck. How sad. They're gonna rip something so impactful from it. Zeroboros, I don't know. Place your bets, because I have no idea what they're gonna loop. We have the ability to Synchro 10. They took away the Synchro 12 option. Right, so I can special Alpha, which gives them one draw. then I could normal condemn Twitch, search. If that doesn't go through, that's a-okay, but that does go through. Okay. So now let's just alpha smack into it. They do have various in the graves, so we have that to be ever thankful for. We can poke them for 100. I'll accept the request once the stream's over, by the way. That's how I standard do things. Otherwise, Discord starts popping up during the stream, and like it appears in the recording, and I don't have split recording, so I don't actually know how to split the recording. So yeah, for the sake of the rest of the stream not being a whole lot of Discord pings, I will accept later. I'm pretty sure you have found the right person, probably. So... Oh, wait. Yeah, this is just completely fine. They haven't actually summoned a guy yet, which is their mistake. Oh, apparently not. They just have called by. They're just the better gamer. Right, well that sucks. And that is the full Fiendsmith part. Okay. So... we have an Alpha the Master of Beasts. They have Fiendsmith, they can bring back Fenrir. We're on 6-2. Nothing in the Banished is coming back. These two aren't coming out because they stopped our one Condemned Witch. The thing is, summoning... well, they can just do all this anyway, right? Because they drew Trapped. They still have snow in the graveyard that they're not using. They can just do functionally everything as long as they don't run out of time. The question is, do they run out of time? I don't think so. I think they out my board well in advance. I mean, there's the first bit. Now they only need to put on 6-2 of damage because Alpha is out of the way. And with Alpha being out of the way, I have all of the 700 attack point monsters in my name. What do you probably run? You probably run Desiree. Press fast forward and find out, if only. This only attacks one time. Oh wait, but Agnum Day gives it like stupid attack, right? Yeah. So they can fusion and then they can use... they somehow fuse again, or they only need to stick another 500. That's the other option, so they can snow for the last bit. Do they in fact remember they have Fairy Tail Snow? Apparently not. Apparently you make this link 4. There's 1200 burns, so you have to deal, 5,000 now. During the main phase, quick effect, destroy or banish this card, special summon light or dark. Sure. Okay. You can just do it, like... I have to go somewhere, so I'll be back soon. Don't go anywhere from the stream. I mean, I'm gonna be here for a couple of hours. I typically do these for about 3 hours. Right. Well, that didn't go as planned. On with the next one. At that point, they were just, like, BNing, surely, because they knew they had games several times over. Okay, we lose the coin toss. See ya, Sophia. Nice having you in chat. Hardstock Plat 4. Kind of. Not all the time. We do get to Plat 3 sometimes. We nearly got to Plat 2 one time. We were like just a couple wins. But I mean, you know, we nearly got to Plat 2, and if we nearly got to Plat 2, well, that's basically Plat 1, and Plat 1 might as well be Diamond. You know, it's only a few wins, and then Diamond, well, you know, that's just kind of a whole, like, rank. Diamond's right next to Master. It is just the rank below it, so we've effectively finished the challenge already, you know? It's Live Twin. I don't think they need their typing, which is a pity, because otherwise Machine or Clockwork Knight would go hard here. I'm pretty sure, like, they just mentioned the various... Yeah. Does anything here mention type? Probably not. Doesn't seem like it, no. Yeah, they just need names. Sad. The thing is, Live Twin can just be half a deck, or it can be a full deck. But even then, none of the spell traps say anything about types, so I just assume they do not need it. We've got a little bit to play with, not much. So in theory, they make like the Link 4, the archetypal Link 4, so they can tag out. Like, that's what makes sense. Fiendsmith. Okay, Fiendsmith do need their types and attributes, but here's the thing. I'm going second. It's so dumb that this is, like, this whole line can just be stopped by, what if Machine? I mean, I know that, like, it's the way that you balance it, because, like, yeah, Light Machine, that's, like, actually a lot easier than Light Fiend. But, like, I don't know, it just gives me a little giggle sometimes when a big old meta deck has the type restriction and you just change it. It's funny. Like the fact that the Tenpai dragons can't actually be summoned using machines. Tenpai is all about dragons, including the synchros. Yeah, this is a big old fiend pile, I have a feeling. Which does probably just end me. Are there things we could draw? We could draw Dark Ruler. Depending on just how bad the monster interaction is, we could have Dark Ruler. But they are taking their time to think. I'm not sure if they've accidentally done something they shouldn't have here. No, okay, they're just thinking. Perfectly reasonable thing to do. The thing is, this is turn 1. It's turn 1, gotta remember. The damage, they do not have a battle phase, it does not matter. I never noticed the link arrows pop out and glow. That's kind of cool. I like that. I feel like it doesn't particularly need to be like that, but it's a good little bit for the UI. I guess they just misplayed. They honestly must have just misplayed. Because they have us, like, dead to rights every time with that hand, unless we draw probably specifically Dark Ruler no more. I think it is recent. I think you are right on that. Well, we got 2 whole packs, and up to now we haven't really pulled anything particularly amazing this stream. There is a chance that that changes, but all of those are duplicates. Oh, Grissa. That's kind of decent. When your opponent would special summon a monster, you have a Shaddoll card in your hand, negate, and if you do destroy that, then send a Shaddoll. I need a Shaddoll in hand to use this, though, which means I need a greater concentration of the monsters. This needs Poly. It needs exactly Poly. We don't have Poly. Ooh. I will not take the slander. No one shall call this boy a useless you are. This boy fantastic. What if Honest was also just like instantly game every time? You know? I love this guy. He is part of one of my favourite archetypes. Play it and prove me wrong. I mean, I don't have Raviel, but he is actually searchable. Like, we can search this guy, and that means he's free discard fodder, or he's a level 10 for fusion shenanigans, which is relevant for the Phantasmal Lord we have, which is technically adjacent to what they are anyway. Play it and prove me wrong is such a mean statement as well. Like, are you gonna tell me that, try to think now. What would be a card I would say is like, ooh. This is a pickup. We have like a couple Mech Knights. Not enough for that to be like game changing, but that's decent. Xyz Soul is fine. It allows us to recycle Xyz. It can go kinda hard in the generator deck if you just like recycle a rank 9, 1800 boost. But I still don't think it's like quite that good. Secret is really good though. I am just going to check out my Mech Knight pulls. Like, we'll go into the I don't think we're changing up the deck, like, right now. But I am just curious, because this is really good. Okay. So we do have Mech Knights. But we don't have the E-Telly. We don't have the E-Telly. We have Trap, we have Monster, we do not have Spell. Wait. No, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Let's, this guy's related to both. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it is still 3 Mech Knights. Trap, Spell, Monster. We have all 3 of them. We have 2 E-Telly. We have both Link monsters. We have this for, you know, Honest. We have a way to special summon to the zones they point to. So, what could we do? Does this lock us into anything? Mech Knights. So in theory, you could, like, E-Telly one of these from the deck if you've hard drawn the other one. Summon another one. Make the Link 2? What does Link 2 do? It needs to discard a Mech Knight monster to search, though. Like, it has to be a Mech Knight. It's cool, but it's not enough for a proper package. These are actually... Wait, no. These are generic, right? Target a level 5, target a level 5, and you do something with banished cards, right? Target a banished Mech Knight or World Legacy card, add it to your hand. So, like, these do things. What would be banished in this scenario? This? No. And just discards. I'm not sure if anything would be banished in this scenario. That destroys. That doesn't do anything with banishment, nor does this one. So yeah, we got Mech Knights. Right, in terms of this, what we have is... we have, like, the little link engine that is technically playable. Polymerization is of N rare in the master packs. Good luck trying to get it. Yeah, that kind of tracks, you know. But yeah, in terms of the Sacred Beast stuff, like, we have 1, 2, 3, which either opening this or this is 2 monsters on the field. It is just, like, this is, I believe, a 1-card Curious, or, like, 1.5 card Curious. I can't remember the exact, 1.5 card Link 3. Now, the main issue is that... Huh. 1 second. So if we open this, normal, search, normal, anima. Okay, so the combo is like 2.5 cards, which is obviously not great. Because what it means is that we need to open, like, a combination of this, and, like, we need to get a combination of these cards somehow. Curious was 3 monsters with the same type, but same attribute, different types. Yeah, because what you would do is you would, I don't know, you'd normal summon Beckoning Beast, get opening, and then get, like, Chaos. Curious, yeah. And then get Chaos. And what you could do is then, because Chaos is a... what is it? Yeah, Chaos is a level 1 Fiend. So you would normal summon this, make Linkuribo, and then you would discard the extra card, make Anima, and then you've got Curious. That was how you would do the 1-card, well, 1.5 card Curious. And yeah, our problem is that it's kind of a similar scenario, actually. We have Anima, and this can special summon itself by tributing 3 monsters, which is just a 4,000 beat stick. Now, of course, the main issue is that it's just the 4,000 beat stick, and what we have to do is we have to open either, like, Beckoning Beast plus either Opening or Chaos or Raviel, or we have to open Opening plus, like, one of these 3. And then we have to have another card in hand. It's technically, well, no, it is a 2.5 card combo kind of deal for a 4,000 beat stick, which takes the normal summon and an extra deck monster. It does put the extra deck monster in the grave for Borrowload, so there is that, but it doesn't quite do enough. He is not useless. I will still say he is not useless. He's a good boy. He is just not particularly good for us at this moment in time. Unlike the, what is it? The ultimate, like, Neos fusion thing. Not Rainbow Neos, but, you know the Neos monster that takes, like, an E-hero, a Neospatian, a Neos, and, like, basically all the heroes. Might as well be. That guy just is useless. Oh, good, I hate this hand. We can set 1. We can set 2. We can pass it on. Resonator. If this card is normal or special summoned, they normal summon this. I can stop the Fiendsmith. Ah, they are playing Labyrinth. They're playing a weird Searcher, but they are playing Labyrinth. They're playing Labyrinth RDA. Yeah, go for it, my guy. Right, okay, I gotta stop that one. Yeah, this is not your average combo. Dominus Impulse. You do have a trap in the grave. This is not where I was expecting this to go. I don't know if anyone can tell. Right, they have 7 on the field at the moment. They will try and modulate. So they're gonna... Wait. And if you do... So they need to be able to follow through on that, right? I feel. And if you do, you need to resolve it. You know what? We'll just chain on. We'll see what they do. Soul. 2. Right, so... Now we do this? That feels good. Okay, no. Just no. I'm not letting you do this. Cease. I know Crackdown no longer has a target, but this feels like the better outcome, honestly. The monster has hit the field. It no longer has the normal summon special summon trigger. On the other hand, they are playing Labyrinth. They have 3 set cards. One of which I do know. That is possibly the best draw I could have. They get a Labyrinth from deck. We get a trap monster. Well, we get a trap. It's not a trap monster. Important distinction. We'll put it in attack because it can be over the little fiend there. It cannot be over that one. I don't have anything to respond. You got that one, which you can then summon. Are they debating on summoning it? They are debating on summoning it. Normal summon. Well, I'll pass priority. I'll wait for them to do a thing. Right, okay, so we're going to try and do this then. Self for cost. Okay, so then doing that, that's fine. Right, and we get a generator from deck. Right. I think it just has to be Valor. And then we attempt to use Valor. Trap trick. Okay. I mean, we get to see what they set. We get to see 2 cards that they set. This doesn't feel great. And then they get to stack their chain links, so I don't think we get a response window. There goes their... okay. Now, monster left the field by a normal trap effect, and these are all ifs, so don't miss the timing. Come on. What is the normal trap? It is imperm. And what is this normal trap? Did you just banish Impulse? You're aware that this effect is resolving. Unfortunately, they get to do that. Right. What can I do here? I can negate, but it doesn't really do anything. I just let them do it. Like that. You know, they just have it. They just wanted it more. Which is kind of unfortunate. Right, okay. On with the next one. Surely. I mean, this is the generator deck. This is the deck that does things. Never again. Never again what? Am I about to find out? Is this their one bad day kind of vibe? That is a hand. Activate field spell. Nothing. Activate. Pitch. Summon. Effect. Summon. Now what? We have got a choice of 4 rank 9s. One of which does absolutely nothing. 2 of which do very little. What are your stats? 26 attack, 26 attack, 28 defense. I think we do go for the Virtual World Tiger. That gets us a Fufu. Set 1, set 2, pass turn. So we've got a special summon monster negate, we've got a regular monster negate, we've got Cosmic, we have Lopter. We have Lopter. And tokens. They are not intimidated by this board. Should I be scared? Raigeki. You really did all that to Raigeki me. I think this guy's a one-of in my deck as well. This is a monster negate only? No, we good. What is Never Again? Pray tell. Okay. I think we let them do this. Because they're trying to dig for the sarcophagus, right? Right, so, okay, here's the thing. They can just special summon because they have... Oh, the field spell is King's Sarcophagus. Yeah, I totally should have stopped it. Okay. My bad. Me big dumb. Sure. Okay, now... So yeah, what if we do this? I'm just going to negate him here, just for the sake of less value. And then we do this. And now we can get the Lost Wind back. Like, this is still King Sark, but, you know. Oh, you just add it to the hand. And yeah, there's no once per turn on this. Right. Did I get rid of the wrong thing? One card on the field to the grave. I don't think I did. I think I was just kind of screwed. That is 7-5. Yay. Well, it's gonna happen sometime. Okay, on with the next one. I don't know what it is. Generator should be the winning deck. Why are we like this? Why are we just getting Raigeki'd off the top? Go in second. Alright. Okay. We got this now, surely. This hand is not very fantastic. Theirs was worse. Ask me how, I do not know, unless they were burn. Right, okay. Let's have a look. No, that deck could definitely produce worse hands. Alright, shop time. And we got enough legacy tickets, we take those. Right. Come on, man. Sorry, just trying to faff around with something. Right. Okay, what do we got? We have a Blackwing support card, which means we're not playing it, probably, you know. Pestilence, okay. Oddly specific. Aquamirror, Selection, Hadehane. Hadehane? Hadehane? I don't know. Wow. You can get this to a Pendulum Scale 12 if the duel goes on that long. None of those. Absolutely none of those. Master Pack. Surely we'll get something. Right. Shark Fortress, duplicate. We don't have Live Twins. Like, that's a good card, but we do not have Live Twins. Goki. I'm pretty sure we also don't have Goki, and this takes specifically Goki monsters, not warriors. It's not the worst. But, for Link 4 Chaos, I think I still rather Zeraboros. One extra pack. After all, we are in Platinum. And it has an ultra rare. Now this could be just about anything. And it looks like there could be another just about anything. Ice Jade Tinola. Not the best one, but it is an Ice Jade. And that is Chronomaly support. It's a very specific monster reborn. Not something we'd be using. That is a payoff of Valmonica, which we already have, but we don't have the spell traps to facilitate. And Traptrix Alameris. Detach to special a level 4 insect or plant from grave. So you need to have a target first. If an opponent wants to leave the field because your card effect is now banished from the graveyard, you can attach one target special. It's unaffected by traps while it has material, which means they can't imperm it. This would probably just go in the 4 turbo deck. I don't think that deck locked us into anything specific. It is generic. It wants to be paired with Trap Holes, and we have Traptrix anyway, but we could turn Traptrix into like a 4 pile, maybe. Yeah, unfortunately we don't have enough for Valmonica. And Valmonica is also one of those decks where everything's kind of like a couple of cards to start the combo. There's no true, like, one-card things you can do. Or at the very least, the closest thing to a one-card is Celatris or the Field Spell, which doesn't fully get you set up. Yeah. Like, we have these two, we have the Field Spell, so we could do the Field Spell to get to, like, Demono or Celatris, not Celatris, Angelo. And then we discard miscellaneous cards so we get both Pendulum Scales, but we would have to hard draw into Followed Rhythm, Chosen Melody. Or we would have to get Demono or Angelo and Creation. And then you would have to use their effect, Pitch Creation, to set scales, then Creation effect in the grave. Valmonica's fun, but it is like a couple of card combos. They don't really have true one cards. They benefit from being a pure deck. Demono is a light Fiends, so you can like search it with the Fiendsmith Tract, which is kind of neat. What else? Like, they have some really cool stuff going for them. Their average end board, pure in archetype, with, like, you know, not too much complexity, can be, like, triple Imperm or triple Compulse MST. It's kind of crazy. Normal summon. Set. Set. Your move. And I'm going to add it to my hand anyway. Just for deck thinning purposes. And there goes Ha, which means we have an Omni Negate on board. It also plays under Nib at present. They've got something. I'm not particularly familiar with Luster Pendulum. It's... I feel like it's Draco Pal is the deck name. But maybe I'm wrong. Let's get Utgarda for the moment, just in case. If you have a Draco Slayer or Pendulum. Yeah. And if you do... Okay, so, like, I think I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. This gets popped. They add one with the same name. Har effect, full, send one to the grave, please. Astrograph. Yeah, no, I don't think. Okay. So, nice attempt. Now send a monster from hand. You put another pendulum scale, I will banish the other pendulum scale. It is probably going to be that easy. Okay. Now I know you still have this in hand. Banish. And we still have Chalice left on top of that. Okay. Now you can't Pendulum Summon. But you can Special Summon this if you want. Okay. So you have this now. Now what? Okay. So you're going to get rid of my Lopter, which I don't like, but I'm okay. I can deal with it. Beyond the pen. Oh, you're just done. You're just an idiot. GG's. That is the end of your turn. And the duel. You simply cannot do anything. And they are disconnecting rather than surrendering. Unless that's just what pops up for a surrender anyway. I forget. Now, is that a surrender or does it disconnect? Connection failed. Yeah, right. That is not a connection failed. I was a little curious at what they'd be getting up to, but apparently they just decided, let me make another choke point. They just don't have anything. Well, we got an ultra rare from the packs. It is a new ultra rare. We don't really make 5s. But as far as 5s go, this is actually something pretty decent to have in your just possession. Slightly better than Volcasaurus. That's I think our second Angel of Zera, if I'm not mistaken. Bit Trooper, Faceless Mage, One-Eyed Shield Dragon, Beast Fangs. It's not our second Angel of Zera. Which does mean it's another alternative target for when we get Mirage Dragon and summon back a 4. Don't have to just make Borrel. Gigantic Thundercross is pretty cool. But I'm not sure that we're banishing a significant difference. Also, another Megaturnus is cool. Chevalier we did not need another copy of. Sure. Dread Decimator, not new either. Right. One more. Fantastic pack. It's gonna give us something. Fallen Paradise and Raviel. Just you watch. That's not... Nope. Come on. I know you can do this. You can give me something cool. No. No, you cannot. Do we have Buster Blader? Probably not. I think Buster Blader is a UR. No, Buster Blader is an N. Dark Magician's a UR, but Buster Blader is in fact an N. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, we have Deployment. One copy, but I believe we have Deployment. Yeah. So... we have Buster Blader. Huh. I mean, it's a 1-to-1 brick ratio, you know? We have one fusion deployment, we have one Buster Blader. But we can actually, like, e-telly this from the deck. And I think we have substitutes, actually. If I can spell. Yeah, we have substitutes. We can't use this. But, like, these guys can all treat themselves as fusion. Oh. I mean, even if it's just these two, that is enough. So is Mud Dragon, actually. Although it being a generic 6 does hurt us in this case, we'd much rather a generic 7. Thanks to Strudo. Right. Let's quit out of that. I need to nip to the loo, and I think I'm also just going to get myself a snack. So I will be right back. Let me... And... Alright, we are right back indeed. I've only just noticed though, my Twitch chat isn't actually loaded up correctly. Right, let me close that. Pop it back out. Options, pop out chat. Do the thing. Put it next to that one. Put it like that, and then we hide the chat again. And hopefully this comes up. Yes, it should. Is it not coming up? We are still streaming, right? Volume's still there. Page is still there. As far as I know, like if I go into Master Duel and I just quickly change from that bit, that'll... Yeah, it's updating and that. So why isn't this? Come on. With... Oh. Did I have it with the wrong thing? Surely not, right? Screen capture. Twitch chat. Okay, there we go. It's back. It did the thing. Yeah, one thing I'm just realized is that this whole chat apparently just doesn't exist. Or at least it didn't exist for the duration of the stream. Man, that's unfortunate. I was actually going to look forward to having this. Sophia was nice to have in chat. It was cool. Right. I didn't turn the things back on, did I? Sound effects or anything. Just a quick look. Yeah, it's up to date. Okay. Let's go. We can get to Plat 3. Surely. We've done it once before. Twice before. Maybe. I don't actually know how many times. But, I think we can get there again. Looks like we're against Yusei. Might as well be. Quill Bolt me. This hand is very much going first hand. So if they summon Junk Speeder, I'm probably done. They get to add one tuner. I get the feeling the game is already over. I am not sitting through Junk Speeder. There is just no reason to. Going first, they did not have a play. Going second, well, that is just the game then, isn't it, I guess? Oh well. That's what this game is for. Oh, we actually win the coin toss, hell yeah. Let's see just what we have. Not much. We have anti-Yugioh. 3 sets. No summonable monsters. Your move. Blue Eyes. You just target a monster. Okay. Rivalry of Warlords is not going to do much good here. Okay. Great, now you need a level 1 tuner that you can special summon. No, just level 1 light tuner that you can normal summon. Excuse you? You're making pep. Huh. This is a weird scenario. We've been here before. Let's leave it. Come on, man. You just need a summonable guy. You can set a monster, but I don't think they're going to. That's not happening. I just need, like, a guy. A monster will do it. That is, in fact, a monster. This card will, in fact, do it. What we can do on the opponent's turn is we contribute this, that gets us to Lopter. Lopter is also a fairy. Lopter contribute itself to get to the 9 Valor, which can bring back Lopter. Your effect is negated, but nice try. Your monster is a psychic. You cannot do anything with Max Metal Morph. has to be Valor, I'm pretty sure. Right, now we control the maximum number of monsters we ever can. Right. I need to work out what I'm actually doing here. Because I can just I can out-pep. Which will then give them access to dragons again. So I think I'll leave it. They have the out in their graveyard, but they don't quite realise it. Yeah. That is exactly what I was counting on, to be completely honest with you. The thing is, Pep would have left the field, and then because he leaves the field, you can summon Jet Dragon. Jet Dragon does not have his effects online, but he is a 3k beat stick. And I am locked into fairies. So, they have the upper hand. Also, they had Metal Morph set. Oh, wait. That's actually a machine monster, isn't it? Regardless. They had plays. They just didn't think they had plays. That is the second deck I've seen that is a Blue Eyes deck that plays Pep. Which is not a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice. Like, it shouldn't have happened twice. This is our second copy, right? We can do the attack lock. And we can... Oh, it's just a targeting lock. That's what it is. That's pretty good, though. I wonder if... I mean, we could probably update the ninja deck. I just don't know what it would look like. Speaking of Sacred Beast, we are ever closer. We also have the one copy of Piri Res map, which means that's an additional starter for the deck. Sure. It's a rank 2. We could play it. But we won't at the moment. It doesn't further our game plan. So, yeah, let's just keep going. I'm just curious, where are we at with this? 8. You see, we were at 1 prior to this stream. So, I feel like this is a very good position to be in. We've already put in such work. We've already encountered such bricks. I mean, it's not actually a brick, but, you know. Lancia. I'm not banishing shit. What do you think Clockwork Knight does? Foolos. What do you think your cards do? I really need to know. I have a feeling it is a case of button is glowing. I'm going to click the button. The thing is, Fulos just isn't correct here. Okay, you can add a Primite spell. No. I am not letting you get to Drill Beam. Not this turn, anyway. I don't know what they're thinking about. They've got one light monster in the grave. My Bestial is not going to get much mileage. Or maybe it will. Thanks for discarding a second copy of Ash Blossom. Okay. Now what? You can add a spell trap, but you don't currently have Blue Eyes. Now you have a Blue Eyes. Specifically one. Brought that one out the grave. I would have rather it stayed. Never mind, they're putting it back anyway. You don't want to pop your own True Light? Be a dear. Be a gent for me. Why wouldn't you want to pop your own True Light? It's the best play I can imagine. I can't believe they actually had a play. I guess I should have waited with Magnum up, but like... I just didn't expect it. This isn't a strange tech for Blue Eyes either. I just need to be aware of this scenario. They haven't even used this yet. I don't think they can get to game. On the other hand, they have won the grind game. Like, this is 6-2 on board. Okay, 6-6 on board. Still 6-6. But yeah, they have won the grind game. Even if the attack isn't strong enough, we used a Bestial at the wrong point. Using a Bestial at the right point there probably would have gained us a turn or two. Not loads of time, but enough. I don't know if my munching is very loud, by the way. I apologize if it is. Okay, lose the coin toss. Get a great going first hand. Go up against relatively standard deck. Set. Fair enough. Dark Rule no more. Okay, I've got it. I think we just make Yazi. I no longer think we make Yazi. $100. You see, this is perfection. This kind of gameplay, this is what everyone's here for. Our opponent bricked, discarded Max C. Mizuki. So, let's try and special. That goes through. %, do this now. And then we bring it back. We take the one from graveyard just in case. And I feel we take the Mizuki. Oh. Well, that's not fantastic. But it's acceptable. Garua. No, this is fine. I think we just take the Mizuki, yeah. Gimme. You're really desperate for the card draw. Okay. You got anything? No. We don't have games, surely. Activate the effect of Valor in the Grave. 1. Well, that comes out. No, we're short. Short for a couple of reasons, but that would be one of them. Do we make Yazi? I'm very tempted. But no, I think it's a lot better to just do this. Oh right, we can't attack with it because Crackdown, we're way off game. What do we have? Dynamiscus, Tikaboo, yeah. I like this. Unfortunately, Valor is kind of stuck there being our beat stick. HFD. Okay. probably should have negated Valor. Just for 400 attack. That's it. And that's the end of the game. Like, we just have Metaverse for the generator field spell. Oh, we should have actually changed that. Okay. Activate Zombie World, that's fine. Now what? As far as I can tell, you have less than nothing. Next draw phase, I will have a negate. And you'll probably have one card, if anything. Right. Last chance. And you missed it. That's the end of the game. They just do not have anything. If it was Super Body, they would have just slapped that down. Send a zombie from your deck to the grave. Go for it. That's not doing anything this second. I'm not going to put this in the grave for no reason. Now this is where everything wants to be. Lich. Okay. Send Zombie World. No. It is that easy. He shall stay. Zombie World do. Nothing. You know it's not anything because otherwise they would have used it a turn sooner. This was sent from deck to graveyard. Whatever this card is, does nothing. They know it. There you go. That's the win. Generators. Far and away our best deck. 2 whole legacy tickets. And 2 wins up to the next rank. And then lose a game. And then 2 wins up to the next rank. Yeah, we might be kind of stuck here for the remainder of the month. Who's to say? Adds a ritual monster on normal summon. which is pretty good for our, ritual deck. Not for Drytron. No, it's okay for Drytron. But the rest of these cards... Oh boy. No. Absolutely not. Which means, once again, we just go into the Master Pack and we hope for something mildly decent from here. That's the third copy, I think. But it's not like any of that was particularly relevant anyway. I think at this point it's going to come down to number of games. Number of games until we hit Diamond. And then number of wins in Diamond to get the solo mode cards. All duplicates. You love to see it, don't you? The sheer amount of cards in this game. Just have these. You weren't using them anyway, so why not have more? How's everyone doing anyway? I didn't actually ask. I don't think I've asked throughout the whole stream. How is everyone doing? Because I can't say much has been going on with me. Very much same old, same old. Gotten a little bit further in Dark Souls 3, I guess. Last time I said anything, I hadn't fought Yugioh yet. Yeah, Mancho is rare. But yeah, I think last time I said anything, I hadn't even fought Yugioh. I have now fought Yugioh. He is very much a gimmick boss, and I'm very sad to see that it is that way. Upstart over 40 cards. But it is using the new Blue Eyes support. I do not have a way to destroy it at the present time. So yeah, I beat Yugioh. Much sad that it's a gimmick boss. I think on the next run that I do of Dark Souls 3, whenever that is, I'm going to try and fight him without using the Stormcaller. Because that is such a cheese weapon. Haven't been doing anything much. Oh well. Such is life. You reckon this is one copy of the structure with a few of the new cards thrown in? I feel like that's what this is. No, we leave this for the moment. We've learnt about using a Bestial too early. What if we can't summon Alpha? Never played Dark Souls. Fair enough, it's not for everyone. You can say that very easily. Go for it. But yeah, Dark Souls 3 is very it's enjoyable at the moment. It is definitely better than my Souls 2 experience. And there are some callbacks to 1, which are very sad for me. Like, I've just got to Anor Londo. I beat the, what was it? I beat this Pontiff. I don't know how you say it. Add it to your hand. What did you target? This guy? That's fine. And I have also just beat Aldrich. But Anor Londo is all, like, frozen over. The giant blacksmith. Just a friend. He's dead. It actually kind of half brings a tear to eye, like, honestly. He's just... There are very few kind of, like... It feels there are very few happy, truly content souls in the Souls franchise, for lack of a better term. Lack of a better way of phrasing it. Sure, send Blue Eyes. I guess a good reason that Souls might not be for you then is that the Souls games are story light, lore rich. Is I think a very good way of putting it. Okay, you haven't used this effect yet. Have you? No, you have. Okay. What is my first action? I think it has to be summon Alpha. End phase. Yeah. Boss rush. Boss fight, even that's unfortunate. So, special summon Alpha is the first action. It kind of has to be. Hand or graveyard. Well, they only have the one in grave. So we'll do this here. Yeah. So we'll do this here, because you are not Blue Eyes. Normal monster, but not Blue Eyes. Do you have one in hand anyway? So you do. Alright. Till the end of the turn, negate all you currently control. Interesting. Well, what if field spell? End phase of the next turn, right? End phase of this turn. So what exactly is the plan here? This just dies. I just moved to end phase. I have a couple bodies on the field anyway. I get to halve. Yeah, go for it. Ah. Yeah, that'll do it. Deck all graveyard. Missing a very crucial point. Sad times. Even worse. They did increase my life points by 1,000. I don't think it matters. That's a Synchro 9. Which can then turn into the Synchro 12 if they're on 2 of it. And that, in attack position plus these ones, is just game. Are they smart enough to see that? You're 1,000 shy. That upstart goblin has cost you. Okay. Ah, target this. Yeah, okay. Never mind. You got it. For different reasons than I thought. This is unfortunate. It feels like we're doing pretty horribly with this deck. We start. Started here. We won... What was my deck? Yeah, okay, so... From here, it's been Generator. Which is 2-2, 3-3, 4-4, 5-5, 6-6. 50%. So it has been doing pretty good. Not particularly poorly in the slightest. That Daniki. That is not something I can say I expected as a username. Could be actual, you know, username. Or they could have misspelt Dakini. Who's to say? Boss stage. Lopter? I kind of like where this is at the moment. Well, we've got an Omni Negate. We get to summon a few tokens. Monster Theft, Monster Pop and Negate, or Double Pop, or Pop... No. Double Pop's the different. Yeah, Double Pop was in the other deck. Pop Negate or Pop with the threat of shuffling back a card. And I guess that is not a board they thought they could beat. What were they playing? Surrender without even seeing a single card. Voiceless. Did they just brick? Call by didn't do anything. Like what? Saravis, called by Skull Guardian. Pendulum Graph? Maybe Fua? No, Fua from deck. They must have opened a very specific hand. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I don't know, drew 6 for turn. Weird. Well, that is another pack. And some legacy tickets. Open them up. See what we have. A to Z Buster Dragon Cannon. Our second copy. Absolutely insane. We're getting duplicates of Legacy Pack Ultra Rares. That is truly outstanding when it comes down to it. Like, look at these. Those are not duplicates. This is a duplicate. Just how many ultra rares? 100 in this. Your cards. So, 1, 2, 3. So these are in rows of 8. 4, 6. I mean, it doesn't matter. 4, 6, 10, 12, 13, 12, no, 15, 17, 21, 23, 24, 26, 29, 31. 31 cards we own from this. The odds for it to be a duplicate are basically 3 in 10. Approx a third. You gotta love to see it. I don't know. We've we've had duplicates before. We've got 2 of that utopic. What is it? XX. We've got 2 of that guy. Dragluon. I don't know if we have anything to do with him. That's another Infernoid, but we're not really playing them. I like you, but you're not useful. Alright, what's the ultra rare? Ooh, that's a good ultra rare. I like that. I like that a lot. What about the SRs? Well, you see, this pack was an ultra rare based on the thing. It just showed where the shiny was. And SRs is 1 letter inaccurate. The R should be H. Super Heavy Samurai. We are still missing a lot to get this to work, but part of the issue with getting it to work is having the right synchro bridges. And having a 10 means that we have more levels available to us, which is just good. It's also just imperm theft, or similar. Steal a called by. I don't know. I like that, though. I like that a lot. Couldn't have been royal. Pretty please. I just want another royal. I just want more packs, sir. Exe's Armor Torpedo. SR Legacy cards. I don't know about the SR Legacy cards. Great. Noble Arms, Magnum. Floodgate Trap Hole. That's actually mildly decent. Actually, that's better than mildly decent. That's better than our Void Trap Hole. This leaves exactly Fusion, Ritual, Tribute summons down. You know? And those monsters can't be flipped up, so that does just hard stop, like, Ryziel Malice. Well, not so sure about Ryziel, but possibly just hard stops Malice. Now the question is, what do I actually cut for that? Because that can just kind of carry. Unless I don't cut anything and just add it in as another card again. The ever ballooning deck, because, you know, I'm bad at cutting cards from it. Tarantula is such a good card. But we do plan on summoning monsters. Also send Link to the grave. No, this doesn't send links to the grave. It doesn't work on Link monsters. You might be confusing it with how Daruma Karma Cannon works. So, let me... Yeah, we don't have it. But the way this card works, to break it down, So change as many monsters on the field as possible to face-down defense. Which is, yeah, it's basically just Mass Book of Moon for the field. Then, if either player controls a face-up monsters, they must send all face-up monsters they control to the graveyard. It's that second bit which sends Link monsters to the grave. It's that second bit which forces a player to send towers. Another thing is that the text very specifically says change as many monsters on the field to face down defense position. And the point being, you need to successfully change a monster to face down defense position. If you try and if you try and do this and you flip a trap monster face down, like Statue of Anguish pattern, that kind of trap monster, not like a Paleo, then it doesn't work because you didn't put a monster face down, you put a trap face down, and for some reason that doesn't trigger the second part of the effect. Weird knowledge. Yugioh is such a kid-friendly game. But yeah, is it like... I've got to be insane to be considering taking out Torrential, right? But at the same time, I kind of think that's what I want to take out. If we're in the position that we're using Torrential anyway, we're in a pretty bad way. We risk it. You gotta try sometimes, something slightly different. Alright, and we're going first. This is where we want to be. Let's see if the hands are what we want to draw. Close enough. Yeah, that is actually close enough. We take those. 43-15, they have a response. So the first action of the turn for us is to summon Fenrir. Gets Ogre. And then Clockwork Knight. Lost World. And the Generator field spell, basically. Now, it is the Generator field spell. It's unfortunately not quite as good as Metaverse in this scenario. I'm scared about giving my opponent more cards. On the other hand, this seems to be going fine. Yeah, that's the thing. You can just get your opponent to draw into Maxi. It is an entire option. But it hasn't happened. And they get priority when you enter the main phase anyway. What's the face down again? Lost Wind, yeah, okay. Right, so we're summoning Ha. They normal summon this. Special summons a Yugioh from deck. From your hand. What are these? Pyro? Thunder. I don't know what's more relevant. But let's banish Ice. we're letting Har resolve because they won't have, or letting Sword resolve because they won't have 2 bodies. They now have to send a monster. And I forget they do just have X. Yeah, Central. Maybe I didn't think that bit through. Right, there's Aggregator. I mean, you use Aggregator, right? You know? You sent it. That means you want to use it. Sure. That's okay. I say, gaslighting myself. Okay. Now what? Where to now, good man? In theory, yeah. 2 monsters. Duo. That's fine. Because I'm pretty sure they can just summon again anyway. %90 certain they can just summon again. Detach 2, add 2. There's Cross. I think it's Cross? Yeah. Plasma Hole. Where's your Duo Drive? Or where's your, Sorry, where's your fucking Destinator? You should have Detonator on board at this point. Surely. I've not done anything. You're also playing Kingsguard. That's mildly threatening. Well. Alright. I feel like they just have game. We have a Raider. This surprises me just a little bit. How much damage do they have on board? Just briefly, real quick. 74. We can halve the attack of 1. It is not enough. So yeah, welcome Raiders. I am blessed tonight with friendly chatters and new people. And yeah, I think it just doesn't matter what we do, we kind of lose this. Hello. How do? Like, we can negate this. Negate its effects, also its original attack is halved. What are you making with that? Utopic was building and testing around the new Genesis format. Genesis does seem kind of cool. Now I'm gonna go to sleep. Well, thanks for the raid. I'll check your channel out and, you know, have a good rest. Math real quick. Yeah, math real quick, I'm dead. So, you joined in at the perfect time. Thanks anyway. Have a good one. Night. That is popping up, right? No, why is chat not updating? I'm bad at this, apparently. Hold on. Screen capture should be capturing just Twitch chat. Yeah? But it's not capturing the Twitch chat. Why is it not capturing the Twitch chat? They've already posted a ban list for it. Yeah, they have already posted a ban list for, Oh, weird. Hold on. Yeah, there you go. Right. So we want to do it with that. Do it like that. Squish it back down. But it's not... Ah, why took my... Okay, it doesn't matter. It's not showing up in the video. Let me... Can I open link in new tab? Right, okay, I've got that Twitch open in a new tab. That'll be good enough. I just didn't want to, you know, oh, I'll check you out after the stream and then, you know, not actually check them out after the stream. Because that seems a little rude. Would be nice to work out why my Twitch chat isn't updating, though. At least not updating on stream. Right. Well, we drew a decent hand. They just drew better. And in this case, we have another decent hand. But they are going first, so, you know. There is that. And from the accessories and all that, it does seem like someone who plays a lot, so we probably have our work cut out for us. Castor Ogre is surprisingly not the best, you know, one card to open. However, that is my kind of a board. I figure it kind of has to come to Master Duel at some point, right? Like, surely it has to. They're playing Malice. They just drew, like, 0 starters. Right. This is a problem. What can I do? Spackle. Right, we can kind of try and pump damage, really. I could Synchro for 8 here, but that only gives us Borrel. Now, what did they add? Dormouse? Dormouse. I think we have a chance. I'm just not certain about it. Looks like the Time Wizard formats, surely they have... Yeah, okay, that is fair. I mean, we have to banish Gold Sark off the top. We cannot let them have just banish from deck. Though the Allure... They have a definite banish. Oh wait, no, it's this one first, sorry. Right? Yeah. During your main phase, right. So yeah, we banish Gold Sark because we just can't let them have it. End the turn. We know they're desperate for playables. They added Dormouse. They have March Hare. Wait. Was that... all it took. Continue my main phase, yes. Normal summon? Special summon. Nice zones. Anyway. Thanks for the dormouse, I guess. That stops me from having to do anything with it. Yeah, but Genesis, they definitely, like... It feels like something that should come to Master Duel, but I guess, yeah, it's actually going to be more tricky than implementing something as simple as, like, Time Wizard. So, this could be a link to. Link 1. Amirage. Okay. What, SP Banished Dormouse? Is that the play here? Seriously? No way it's, like, SP. I think it is, guys. You should have made use of the zone that Anima's giving you. Why are you banishing Ogre, you absolute idiot? I mean, I'm going to negate it. But, like... Sure. It puts, like, Dormouse back in the grave again. That's what they want. Right. If I banish anything, they just kind of get started on combo again. Oh wait, do you not have a you don't have a banished Malice monster. Banish. This has already used its effect, so... Do you already have a Trap and Grave? You don't have a Trap and Grave. All Saranir. Yeah. I mean, this feels pretty easy at this point. Wait. You can't target the... Oh, it can target itself. Yeah, of course. That makes sense. For some reason, I just blanked the part that, you know, it can target itself. Battle phase. I'm very tempted to crash the Anima. No. We gotta kill SP. And end turn. What do you... Oh, you have Dormouse and Grave. I really shouldn't have banished it, should I? I have allowed them to get started. Special summons a Ritual Fusion, Synchro Xyz, and or Link. So yeah, Boldrake is live right now. I guess we wait. What can I do with a Link 3 here? Nothing. Rank 6? Nothing. No. No, I will not continue. That was poor play. I thought banishing this would be good, but it's just target A banish Malice. Why can it target itself? I was so close to having them on unplayable. If they break so bad they just don't have another monster. Have I played badly and won? I have played badly and been rewarded for it. Well, you gotta take them from time to time. And take them we shall. After 2 more wins. It really has just been kind of like win-lose, win-lose, win-lose with this. What, since here, right? No, since Saiyan. R was the ritual deck. Yeah, R was the ritual deck since Saiyan. Win, lose, lose, win, lose, lose, win. It's just a pattern. It's just rhythmic. Truly our best deck. And as such, of course we get rewarded in extra amounts. Brumi. I like this guy. He's not the best, but he is certainly useful. And that's Horus support. Duplicate you are. Oh no. Hey, hold on. Wait. Reveal a monster in your hand, send a level 8 with the same type, 2500, apply, discard, add Albaz or a monster that mentions it. You know, that's not actually useful for us. Like, it just isn't. Alright, we get one more. Platinum win. And another ultra rare. Magical Abductor for the Pendimian deck we totally have. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, that's draw power. That's not the worst. It's more names. Clayman, speaking of names for things. Krakorn, Salvage, Venom Serpent. My god, what is it with duplicate URs? That is so unfortunate. I cannot begin to express. A useless royal rare you are. Now that'd be the day. And by the day, I mean hell. Just straight hell. We got 2 of this guy. And we can't summon him because the only nearest we have is the gift one. We can't summon this, and we got 3 of it. White Veil. Okay, so what do we actually need? Banish armed dragons who levels equal 10. Okay, so he is summonable. Take no effect damage. If this card attacks, you can destroy a card on the field. White Veil. Your opponent cannot activate spell trap cards. If an attack is declared, negate the effects of face-up spell traps. When it destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can destroy all spell traps your opponent controls. is very ancient gear coded. Simo has the same problem with super rares. You know, heart goes out to the guy, definitely. This is, like, it's insane that you can get, like, just so many duplicates of cards you already have that are already useless. This is, but for the record, like, Broomy is genuinely good. Because this just specials a monster from your hand. Which means that it can, like, let's see. No, this guy has his own summoning condition, but, like, I could get out Ha turn 0, or not turn 0, turn 1 with Broomy without anything else. So that's kind of neat. It's also a tuner, so once again, you have to look at the Synchro toolbox and be like, well, maybe I can do something here. And speaking of our, like, extra deck, I'm just having a quick check of it. Yeah, our, like, the random number generation, sort of, like, the pack look genuinely needs to be scrutinized for these kind of things. Like, this was a great UR. And, like, Adreus is fine, Traptrix Alameris is good. We have had some good pulls today. The Grista's pretty good. This guy's gonna be useful. I swear it. You just kind of will it into existence with that one. At least that's my take on it. Yeah, like, we're just a little bit of a ways off, honestly. Like, we've got so many monsters, but the thing is, the consistency just isn't there. Like, okay, we've got 3 and 3, 3, 1, which is, like, pretty good to start with. And we've even got, like, the battle thing that you want to do. But we don't really have any way to get there. We don't have a copy of Soul Piercer. We don't have any copies of Motorbike. No copies of Prodigy. Not even Monk. Wagon. Right. We'll go for one more. We're kind of at time anyway. But we can do another one. We got raided. Why not? Lose and you lose a rank. That is a rough day. Are we about to make it better for them, though? That's the real question. We are going second. We drew our power 1 of, along with little else. And I have reason to believe our monsters are of no use here. Well, the odds of pulling a duplicate UR, you have the UR chance in and of itself. Even if you argue that's 5%, 10%, whatever. Say it's 10% for a UR. There were, let's see, it's around 8,000 cards in the card pool, right? Let's say it's, you know, 1,000 ultra rares. Which is probably not right. But let's say it's 1,000 ultra rares. So you got to hit the 5%. And then from that 5% you can pull anything. But then the one after that, you got to pull a 1 in 1,000 from your 5% chance. Which seems pretty fucking awful. Also, we just are not doing it, are we? That's a dark. Unfortunately, Lancia's on the board. And these shuffle themselves back as material. So, like, Baldrake is not doing anything. Oh, they also didn't leave any in the grave. This hand is absolutely awful. Dragon, fish, aqua. Okay. So. What if we left it at that? Like, completely seriously. Right. Let's do it now. I feel like now is the right time. They have multiple monsters to choose from. Keep something. They actually chose to keep Aqua. This was not the plan. Like, I'm being completely serious. That was not the plan. I think we have to banish it and lock ourselves into dragons. And then proceed to lock ourselves into machines by, you know, doing Clockwork Knight. No fusion for you. Oh, apparently that's it. Okay, it was worth doing the one extra duel. Floodgate and a Bestial. Best 2-card combo in existence. Yeah, pretty just average deck. Okay, where are we actually at with summoning tokens? 14. We played one session with Generator, ignoring a few duels at the start. And we have already basically got halfway through that, you know, proficiency test. Frog. Rhino. Bad lair card. Red Medicine, Flint Missile, Parallel Selection. All duplicates, but these two are, like, mildly decent. I say Flip-Flop Frog is mildly. This one's slightly better because it's a 1, and you have 1 for 1, and various, you know, things that get it out easier. Right. 2 whole Master Packs. Round off the night. Now, we could get many things from this, such as duplicate cards. Ooh. Our second. Feel like that's our second. Which does improve going second. Means that we can more commonly have the field spell, which more commonly gives our kaijus effects. Makes our opponent worry more. Makes me misplay more. Alright. Second Shadol Fusion. You know, that's pretty good. That means we have less bricks. Flower Guardian Light Shower. This is only going to be made in Archetype, simply because of the Guardian's gimmick. But this is a payoff for them. I have no idea what we have in the way of Guardians. Like, in the slightest. But that card does work for them, believe it or not. Yeah, let's claim these now. Dailies. And dual pass. There we go. Right. So, thanks everyone very much for watching. This has gone a little completely different to what I was expecting. And yeah, can I? Yeah, it really isn't. Okay, I'm going to use this moment to try and sync up the chat and find out what is going on with that. Because in theory, it should just, like, you know, sync up. Has that done it? No, it's got the chat there, but it hasn't, like, what's up? The only bit I wanted to show off was one very specific bit, just basically... if I just turn it off, turn it on again, is that genuinely the only bit that was like, yeah, apparently. For some reason it's not told properly, but glowy messages. We got raided by a very nice person, Shurani. So I'm gonna go check out their channel at some point. Seems that they were also pretty recently streaming. They were trying to deck build for Yu-Gi-Oh! Genesis, so that's pretty cool. It is the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Format, if you guys haven't heard, by the way, Yu-Gi-Oh! Genesis. And it's looking to be... I guess if anyone's familiar with it, it looks like, what's the Game Boy game? I'm trying to think what it was. The Battle City Tournament one. I've forgotten its name. Sacred Cards? I think that's it. It's kind of like Sacred Cards, in the fact that you have, like, point restrictions for everything. But of course it's a modern card pool instead of, you know, DM era and just weird Pokemon mechanics to the game as well, because reasons, right? So, yeah, definitely looking forward to that. What happens if you press unpause? You see, that's the thing. My chat isn't actually paused. I'm at the bottom of my chat. Unless... yeah, I scrolled up a little bit, clicked unpause, and it just... okay, so, yeah, I don't know how that's going to work. Regardless... is anyone else? I've got a whole 4 people. I can raid Distant Coder. No one I follow is live. That's not MBT, not Farfa, not Hardleg. It's a little bit early for Hardleg, but still. Let's find who's streaming in Master Duel. Is there anyone I've heard of? Anyone for some reason I'm not subbed to? I mean, I think everyone knows, like, Sunseed Jess, right? Sure, why not? Is Twitch muted? Twitch isn't muted. How does one raid? Let's go back and let's pop into this one. Unmuted.
I want to look at Infernoid because I feel like this is a one because of how strong Void Feast is. Void Feast is strong into literally any deck. So I think Void Feast.
You guys know how to do a raid? I do not how to do a raid.
I think, so I want to have a look at that. I need to probably work out a tab for it though, because I don't have that open.
It's not in these options. But that's just the chat settings. Right, okay, let's just full screen this for a sec.
Okay, that is literally
Let's mute that, because that's going on in the background, I don't know. Keyboard shortcuts is probably in that, right? No, that's not it either. This will be the last bit of stream, guys. I am just genuinely going to have to try and work out how one raids another channel. Do that. Community. Chat. How does... /raid? Does that do it? What / commands do we have? Haha! Okay, I found it. /raid channel. Copy link address. So... Sunseed Jess. So is that how it works? Invalid username. What is your username? I mean, that looks like the username. /raid channel. Oh, /raid browser. I don't know. Can I copy this link? Okay, so not quite. But I'm close. I just actually need to scroll down and find the channel now. This one. You're kidding me. You are actually kidding me. They dropped a B right back. Okay, they are right back. Yeah, start raid. There we go. Did that do? Right, I'm going to assume that that's the end of the stream, and we're just going to say that raid worked.
But I don't think you play that anyway.
I got no idea if it did or not.
Especially if you're trying to focus on Infernoid Evil.
Yeah, this is going to look good in the thoughts. It's just fooling around here. Right. Thank you all very much for watching. I'm going to see if I can actually send you over to Sunseed Jess, who is talking in the background now.
I guess that is
let's just mute that for a second. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you all have a good one. Let's send you on over to Jess.
It'll be fine. Because if we go very heavy